Hello preppers, welcome back to Survival Defense Tactics, helping you take care of yourself so others won't have to. Want to make a quick video. Everybody's got it in their head that they're prepared, they've got all the beans, bullets, and band-aids they'll ever need, plus a little extra for extended family and friends. I think the one aspect of prepping that we all overlook is assuming we're going to be where all that stuff is when crap hits the fan. What happens if you're on the road traveling, or even worse, what if you're on vacation in a foreign country? I guess ultimately my question to you is, if you're traveling, let's say you're in your car and you're on your way back from grandma's house 3 states away. Do you have cold weather gear, rain gear? Is your get home bag fully stocked to get you home? Do you have room to carry all that gear? If not, maybe a vehicle change is what's needed. As you can tell, I'm obviously not in my house, which is why I'm making the video today. I'm not far from my house, but point being is, if you're going to have to be out in the elements, today's really not that bad. What if it was a thunderstorm, hail and lightning and torrential downpours? How would you do then? Do you have the rain gear? Cold weather gear? What if it's 120 outside? Do you have something to keep your head shaded? Sun out of your eyes, sunscreen, plenty of water? These are all things to think about. And as the climate changes, your gear for the most part should too. I mean, don't get me wrong, your basics are your basics. You know, food, water, self-defense, fire starting, things like that, that's just a given. But you also need to be prepared for a change in the environment, the elements, the terrain, all of it. When you have changing conditions like we do here in the great state of Okey-Dokeyville, being prepared for weather changes is kind of normal. So, not saying that I'm more prepared, less prepared, better off than anybody else, just these are things that we take into consideration and think about quite a bit. All I did today was walk out to my hunting blind to pick up some gear. Hunting season for me is basically over. I have my reasons, they're mine alone. But anyhow, if you're in a truck, something I wanted to highlight on, if your main bug out, get home vehicle, whatever it is, or just by happenstance you happen to be traveling, I'm sorry, let me put this camera down for a second, and you're in a truck, does your truck have weatherproof storage compartment for your gear? I only ask because leaving all your stuff out in the elements won't be a good idea if you can keep from it. So your car, your SUV, whatever you're traveling with, your main mode of transportation needs to be prepared to haul the extra gear. And like I said before, if you don't have the optimal setup, you know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to consider looking into getting something bigger, better, whatever, if you can afford it. I know not everybody's made out of money. Not saying go broke trying to do it, not by any means, but you could be prepared for some equipment changes. I know that much. I know I had to make a few adjustments myself. That's okay. Kind of comes with the territory and the lifestyle. Be prepared to make things work better for you, and don't put up with stuff that works against you. You put the camera back down, because obviously I wasn't ready to pick it back up. And I apologize for the crappy video today. It was just with the weather change, everything kind of made sense to make such a video. So, and now of course my homemade selfie stick doesn't want to cooperate, so we're going to try this again. Bear with me. Old fat dude coming out of a blind. Maybe it works, maybe it don't. Ooh. We'll know in a minute when I miss that step again. Other equipment you might want to consider if you don't already have them. If you're in a seasonal state like what I am, and by seasonal I mean it's not cold year-round and or it's hot year-round. You know, if you have basically all the different seasons, then like I said, your gear's going to have to change with you. For me, right now it's winter time. Obviously by all the snow. Next will be storm season, and as far as the 5 seasons in Oklahoma goes, storm season's probably the most feared, only because of the way the tornadoes pop up out of nowhere, the damaging winds, freezing hail. So just be prepared for as much as you possibly can. Obviously there's no way to prepare for every last possible scenario, but trying to be prepared for as much as you can is the key to it. And again, I apologize for the crappy video I made today. It was spur of the moment. Decided to walk out in the snow, go get some hunting equipment out of the blind. I'm gonna call it a day. I just wanted you guys to think about the elements, and the biggest screw up any prepper can make, as far as I'm concerned, is to assume that when disaster strikes, you're going to be where all your preps are. There's a very good possibility you won't be, and now you got to get there. So think about the roads you're going to have to travel to get from where you are to where your supplies are, how you're going to get your family there, how quickly you can do it and safely. And be prepared to change out some equipment and some gear as the seasons change. I'm not going to have a heavy weather winter coat in my pickup come July. Just not going to happen. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching. Stay safe. God bless.